Hello friends, and welcome back. My name is Mr. Manuel. I am the Director of Youth Development for the YMCA of Saginaw. During this time, we definitely miss you all. Can't wait to have you back to the YMCA. But during this downtime, we're going to try to do videos to keep you engaged in what we're doing at the YMCA during this time of the COVID-19 lockdown. For youth development, we're going to be doing some great videos, some arts and crafts, some cooking tutorials throughout the next couple of weeks. So we hope that you join us for these great times to keep yourself motivated and active. During these videos, if you have any comments, questions, go ahead and put them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe, and share all the videos here on Facebook and all of our other social media sites. We look forward to having fun with you. Hello friends, welcome back. This first project that we're going to do today is we're going to do a t-shirt art project. So these are the materials that you'll need. It's actually going to be a crayon heat transfer onto a shirt. So you need any shirt, cotton works best, any color as long as the t-shirt does not have any graphics on it. You want a plain t-shirt, any color will work. With the exception of black, crayons, unless you use quite a bit of crayons, aren't going to show up on black as much. So white, any light colors will work. You need some sandpaper. What I have found doing this research that works best is find a grit sandpaper. So one of the things you want to look out for is when the number right there, the lower the number, 60, 80, the thicker the course of the sandpaper will be. So the higher number, the finer grain sandpaper will be. That's what you want because more of the actual crayon will get on the sandpaper. You'll need an iron at the end, of course, transfer it on, and crayons. Depending on the age of your kid, the large crayons or smaller crayons will work just fine. So you just want to keep that in mind of what the type of crayon you want to use for your child, what will make it easier for them to color the sandpaper. The next part of the video, after explaining the instructions and what the things you'll need, is what your child will be doing, is drawing a picture, any picture that they want on the sandpaper. So anything they want, they draw on the sandpaper, make sure that they cover it a lot, and you'll continue to remind your child to color in as much because you want to make sure the sandpaper is fully colored. What you do from there is you would color the sandpaper, then you would flip the sandpaper over, put it on the shirt, and iron it onto the shirt. That way the wax from the crayon will transfer from the sandpaper onto the shirt. And your child will have their very own personalized t-shirts, their artwork on their t-shirts. Now you see she's going to do a rainbow transfer for her shirt. And she's filling in the sandpaper completely. So that way, putting a lot of wax on, so once we transfer it over, it should be really nice and bright on her white t-shirt, which would be good. What I'm trying for you guys to see, simple black art, only because I had this YMCA volunteer t-shirt. It's a very bright yellow. So I wanted to see different colored t-shirts for you guys to see what will show up, what's going to work best. And since the t-shirt is just a bright yellow with black lettering, I'm not an artist, so I decided just to do a black heart, and then I'll iron it on for you guys to see what colors show nicely on what other colored t-shirts. So this is a very bright yellow. She's going to be doing it on a plain white t-shirt and doing her rainbow. So the next step, once she's done coloring that, is we will heat up the iron. We will put it on the t-shirt, center it wherever she wants it. Then we will turn on the iron and get that started next. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do, now that she is done with her picture, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a piece of cardboard, something to put between the two layers of the shirt. So that way, when you're melting the wax from the sandpaper onto the shirt, it doesn't soak through. It shouldn't, but safety, So all I did, and you don't have to go out and buy a piece of cardboard or anything else like that. All I did is I had a hot and ready pizza the other day. So I just ripped the cover of the pizza box off. Yeah, I know it's funny, but it's easy. I mean, I don't want these art projects are not going to be anything that are going to be costly during this time. Everybody's off of work, laid off because of this COVID-19. So all these art projects are going to be things that you have around your home. I had a pizza box to put on there, so I simply ripped off the top and did it that way, so that way we can use that as a barrier, so nothing sets out. We have our cardboard placed. You can see a little bit of the outline. And she's decided she does not want her rainbow up here. She wants it more Care Bear style. So she wants it more by her belly, the top of her belly. So she's definitely a Care Bear style. Do you know what the Care Bears are? No? Okay, well, she's too young for Care Bears. My assistant is my niece, but for child privacy, I don't feel comfortable putting her face online. You never know, so you're just gonna hear her voice. She can talk whenever she wants. Say hi.
Hi.
But she's gonna be my assistant. So in all these things, if you wonder who the child is, it is my niece. She's 7. She's gonna be 8. Wonderful kid, love her to death. She's going to do the rainbow Care Bear style. And since she's only 7, she doesn't know who the Care Bears are. So the next step, we're heating up the iron, medium heat, nothing too high. And the next step in the directions was actually to get a piece of parchment paper to put between the iron and the sandpaper. I don't have parchment paper, so I simply got a piece of drawing paper. And you do that simply so that way you're not burning the sandpaper. Low and slow is always the best way to go, but you do want it hot enough so that way the heat transfers, melts the crayon onto the shirt. Okay, the next step that we are doing is the actual ironing. So she's 7, I'm gonna watch her. I believe in trusting her and empowering her to do her own thing. She's a little nervous, so she does have a nervous giggle. So you'll be able to hear that. So go ahead and start ironing.
Right here?
Yeah. You have to put it actually down on the paper. Yeah. And just keep moving around.
I need to do it right here because I know where the
She's ironing it.
What does the red mean?
What does the what mean? The red? Oh, that's
Red
heating up again.
Oh.
So we're going to take a look real quick. Go ahead and pick up the iron. We'll take that from you. Put it right there. Pick up the piece of paper. And see, I'm feeling it just to see if it's warm. It's a little warm, but you can see a little bit of the sandpaper lifting up right there. So right there, the crayon is not melted enough to stick to the shirt.
I think I need to put it more right here and then.
Let me try it without it real quick, see what happens.
It's going really great. Nothing happened right now. I can see it a little bit coming up.
I can see it too. I don't want crayon to get on my iron, so I'm gonna put the piece of paper back down.
And then we'll do it.
And continue this.
This is actually fun. I am a good artist actually. When I went to probably Grace's party, we did who is the great artist, and then we did a contest, and then I won, and I did a huge rainbow.
All right, we kept it on there, ironed it for a couple minutes, literally like 1.5. Still quite warm, so let's see what it turns out to be.
I actually really like it.
So if you see, the majority of the crayon did come off from the sandpaper onto the actual shirt.
It looks dark right there, but now right here it looks really bright. And my uncle told me that when the yellow shows on here, I can really see the yellow.
Yeah. So that's it. You can get varying sizes of sandpaper. So you can do the entire shirt, you can do small pieces. If you did small pieces, you can do multiple small pieces, which would be nice. Sandpaper is really cheap. You can even find it in your garage. I mean, most people have some or their home projects, they're doing it, so nothing that's gonna cost a lot. Next, I'm gonna do the black heart onto the yellow. When we get back, you'll be able to see how that works out. Okay, so we just did. I just put on and just ironed it. Let's see how black shows up. Okay, not that bad. Just tiny bit left, but by and large, very simple. You get to see, so it does look black. It's not a solid because you, of course, you know that you're coloring on from sandpaper on, so there's little bits and pieces, but it looks homemade. If anybody's wondering, I just pulled this off, and it doesn't smear because it's already melted onto the shirt. Now, when I was researching this project, it says it's washing machine. That you can do it in the washing machine, which I'm sure you can. You know, crayons aren't going to melt in the washing machine. I don't know about the dryer though. I'm sure maybe like a low tumble dry. But if you were to wash the shirt, obviously, because hopefully your child wears it multiple times, I would just wash it and then lay it out to dry. I'm not too sure. The directions when I looked this online, it didn't necessarily say anything about drying. But laying flat, I mean, the child is going to have a couple of these t-shirts if they make them. So laying flat, I would say, is the best thing. And she's actually wearing her art project, so she changed into her shirt. So that's how it looks. She went on her stomach. And again, bigger size sandpaper will make a much bigger image for your child.
But I really like it like this because it looks more better. And then I can put some on the side to make more.
So multiple arts on one shirt.
And I can put a little star here and then a moon.
Very
so
good.
It looks very dark and then sunny.
Awesome. So that's this project. We have weekly projects coming up all the time while we are in this lockdown. Just want to keep people together during this time. Thank you, my assistant, for the wonderful art project.
You're welcome.
All right, and we'll see you next time. All right, friends, that was a heat transfer crayon onto t-shirts. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, in the next couple of days and weeks to come, we'll be doing more art projects to keep you engaged with the kids during this lockdown time. We'll be doing cooking tutorials. All these projects are going to be at very minimal cost. Most of the time they're going to be with materials that you have at home. During this time, people are laying it out, we want to ensure that you're not spending money that is not necessary to keep your kids engaged in fun activities. So we want to say for everybody at the YMCA of Saginaw, I am Mr. Manuel, the Director of Youth Development at the YMCA of Saginaw. We want to wish you well, be safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time.